I'm Philip Siegel of Havana Phil Cigar Company.
And I'm Shayna Lee, the social media manager here and owner of Shayna Lee Photography.
Welcome to Behind the Smoke Screens, where we give you a raw and unfiltered look at what it's like to run a business as two young entrepreneurs.
In our line of work, we have the pleasure of creating relationships with a variety of characters. Influencers, athletes, models, digital media gurus, CEOs, and industry experts. And we'll be inviting them on to share with you.
Sit back, grab a sip and a smoke as we take you behind the smoke screens. So, let's welcome everybody to Behind the Smoke Screens, episode 8.
Welcome.
Welcome. We have a very special guest, Chef Jess from Rascals Tavern, Greensboro, North Carolina. And this episode is brought to you by Pro Cover Painters, an amazing painting company. I've got a little something that's been bothering me.
What's that, Phil?
People who don't follow through with their word and they just kind of like leave you hanging and take forever to like get back to you and, you know, just don't show up for a job. But I have really good news. Pro Cover Painters is quick, easy, on the spot. They'll paint your cabinets like a factory finish. They'll paint your house, the outside, to perfection. They'll paint a wall however you want it, amazing gray, whatever the hip colors are right now. And if you text this number that I'm about to list and you say Behind the Smoke Screen sent you, you get 10% off their service. And that phone number is 336-253-4711. And this episode is brought to you by Pro Cover Painters. So here we are with Jess, Chef Jess. How are you tonight?
I'm great.
Chilling?
Chilling. It's great with the bourbon.
Bourbon, cigars. It's like a mini vacation.
Kind of.
Well, what's funny is we were at your restaurant earlier today.
Yes, you were.
I had an amazing steak taco, chicken taco, and a fish taco. That spicy fish taco was out of this world.
It was
glad you
so
liked
good.
it.
But I couldn't even hardly eat very much of it because I ate almost all of the fried green tomatoes that were on the plate. And it was like a full meal. So I did have like a few bites of the fish taco, which was so good. But oh my God, those fried green tomatoes were so good.
So good.
The jelly, that like jelly, whatever's on the top.
So it's a blueberry bourbon production.
Blueberry bourbon?
Yeah.
Way fancier than what
Yeah.
I was making. Yeah, no, it's
She called it jelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
Look,
that
I'm from the South.
Is that offensive?
I'm from the South.
No,
I'm a
it's not
Southern
offensive.
girl.
It isn't.
Jelly. I love jelly.
But I love that. You called it jelly.
She said jelly.
Listen, I am not a chef.
It's actually a
I'm
reduction.
like the takeout queen, so I do.
That's fantastic.
I can give you good business.
That's okay. I appreciate that. I do.
So, Jess, tell us a little bit about Rascals Tavern.
Oh, Lord. What do you want to know?
What's the concept? Where is it located? And like, how do you put your heart and soul into it? Because we're personal friends and I see you pouring that into it. So let's just get like a little rundown of it.
Okay. So I feel like, Rascals is something special to me. my grandmother passed away before I opened the restaurant, and that's the reason why I opened it. Um, and we kind of started, and we didn't know what was going to happen. We've done very well, and I feel like we're about family. Um, I call every staff member my kids.
Right.
And I take pride in that. And so I feel like it's something special. It's something different. We do stuff that most restaurants don't do. We kind of walk the edge of doing something different. And I'm very proud of that. I think the best thing that we do is kind of when my mom comes in, because it's like Ma, and
she has a powerful presence.
She's insane.
Yeah.
My Ma is insane.
When she walks in the room, you feel it. Yeah.
You know her. Just insane.
Yeah.
She drives me absolutely crazy. But she comes in there and makes homemade pasta. She comes in there and does so much stuff for me, and it's something very special. And there's not a lot of restaurants that kind of holds to that, like, true
family.
Yeah. So it's very special. I worked my whole life to get to this point. At 29, I opened up this restaurant, and it's a very special thing.
Yeah.
And without my mom, I wouldn't be where I was today. So
amazing.
Yeah.
How old do you feel?
About 95. I think I feel maybe more than that.
Right.
Because, brunch kicks my ass.
But it's amazing brunch.
Jesus.
Your biscuits at brunch are like this big. Like, I'm not exaggerating, they're this thick.
The funny story about that is that I kept doing these, like, biscuits over and over again when I moved back from Denver, and I was like, Mom, I gotta make these biscuits, and it's gotta be perfect. And then I just came up with this recipe, and the secret is honey. I put honey in biscuits. It's great, Sam.
And what does that do to it? Makes it more...
Well, you can...
Flavorful?
Yeah, basically it's like it keeps it soft, and you taste it. It's fantastic.
Sweet.
I
love it.
And
So...
they're stupid big.
Yeah, humongous. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Amazing. So...
Mimosas?
Of course.
Oh, Lord.
Sounds like I know where I'm going to be having brunch soon.
That's right.
Yeah.
So our podcast is about getting behind the smoke screens. And, you're known for having this amazing family restaurant in Greensboro. Hustling, grinding, just getting through the week. So we always ask our guests, and we want to ask you, like, what do you do to prepare yourself every day? What do you do to motivate yourself and wake up and find that 100% that you need for today to give to your employees, to give to your family, to give to your customers and your clientele?
Wow, it's a loaded question. I feel like I feel like my girlfriend really backs me.
Mm-hmm.
My mom does. Yeah, I lost my father about year and a half ago, and so I feel like just having support with people that love me is really great.
Right.
I wake up every day, and it's a push. It's hard. I mean, you look at um, doing a lot of numbers with 6 people on staff.
Mm.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I'm so thankful to have the support of my family and my staff, and I think that's what keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard every day. I mean, you look at, you have the Karens that come in to the restaurant.
Shout out Karens.
Karens, love you.
Mm.
But every day, you get that.
Right.
And it's like they just fucking, excuse me.
No, we
You're
cuss.
fine.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have those moments in brunch, and it's like, oh my god, like we're doing the best we can, and we're trying, and but it's about family, and it's I think the best thing about my job is when at the end of the day, and we're just so tired, and it's such a small staff, and everybody's just like so happy. They're like, oh, it's great food, and they make a lot of money, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I live for.
Yeah.
Is that moment. Is that like,
Yeah.
okay, we did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the love.
Yes.
It's amazing.
But we've talked about this before. Like in business, 80% of the people take 20% of your time, and 20% of the people take 80% of your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how true that is in your businesses, but for sure in mine. And I don't know, maybe it's 90-10, maybe it's 95-5. Well, depending on who you are and how you run your business and what kind of business it is, probably, and that kind of thing. But anyway, I think I'm so grateful for that 80%. I'm also grateful for the 20% because they help me grow as a business owner. They help me realize maybe things that I could do differently to make my business better. And at the end of the day, I want to make them happy too. So the people
I
that
agree.
might come through that aren't as happy, those people you really want to make happy, because if that 80% is happy already, what am I not doing right for this 20%, and how can I make that better?
No, I agree with you. I mean, I feel like, I take every single, thing, with a guest, and they say, I don't like this, or I don't like that. I take that in consideration. Because I kind of pride myself. I check on every single table. Whether we're, completely slammed or not.
Yeah.
I do my best that I can, go
That's
out there and be like, how is everything?
Make that face to face, yeah.
What can I do better? And there's not always a great response, but I kind of look to the guests so that I can do better. And that's where I can learn from. I'm not a perfect chef.
Yeah.
I never, say, oh, I'm the best ever. But what can I do better? How can I, succeed? And I think that's the number one thing that I, try to strive from is just being a better chef.
Of course, there's always going to be people that you just can't please, no matter what.
All the time.
Always.
Always.
We all know that.
I mean,
there are so many people that I couldn't tell you enough.
Yeah.
That I cannot please. And I try so hard. but it will never happen.
Yeah.
How often do they come back?
They always come back.
Isn't that
But
funny?
it
Like the
is, it
people
is
who
funny.
shit talk you, they
That is
always
so
come
true,
back.
actually. That did, well,
So-
not so much shit talking, but that's true. They do come back.
Yeah.
They do.
It's a funny thing because,
That's interesting.
you know, it's one of those things where I've just, especially on brunch, I've been called racist. I've been called horrible things, and I'm like, I don't understand. Why would you say this? And it's because we've been closing down, and we're like, okay, you know, ready to go. We dumped out, you know, pancake mix, whatever. It's something so small, and we get called racist, and I'm like, well, that's insane to me. And I'm the first, I mean, I'm gay, and my restaurant is a safe place. So I think it's hard for me sometimes as a business owner to go through some things that have been said to me. And I just think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you yelling at my employees?
Right.
You know, it's something.
It's just accusations.
Right.
And it's a projection of insecurity. Like,
It is.
you're not doing anything that has to do with that. It's just
Right.
people are frustrated now in this time.
Exactly.
And we're in a pandemic, and it's like that just goes back to like another question that we have to think about all the time, and that we ponder on every day. And it's like, what are the positives that have come out of this pandemic?
Right.
You know, like how have you benefited personally, and, you know, business wise?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I feel like it's made me stronger.
Yeah.
I keep my, you know, my eye on the prize, in a sense.
Yeah.
And just staying strong.
Right. And I've seen that. You know, we sat down 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's partner up. Let's adapt to this time. And we had an amazing dinner here.
Yeah.
You know, everyone loved it. It was great. And
I don't know
it
how
was
you
all
do
you.
it. It's
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you keep pushing, and I feel like, you know, COVID really made me, like, pardon my language, but my nuts a tuck. I mean, like, step up,
Yeah.
do something better. It's true.
I love the mindset.
I'm like, no, I've never heard that. I don't think.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you can either just, you know, lay
Shrivel
over,
up, yeah.
or just.
Shrivel.
Or just be stronger.
Right. Cheers to that. So, one last question from me for Jess.
Oh, love.
What do you see in the future? What's your next goal? Do you plan to open another location? Do you plan to change locations? What
Wow,
is it?
that's a heavy
What's the
question.
next step?
You know, I feel like you never. So I actually recently got asked to franchise, and part of me, I don't believe in that. So my whole career, I've always worked my ass off and done a lot of things, and I worked a lot of restaurants downtown and done a lot of stuff, and then I moved to Denver, and I was running, you know, a multi-million-dollar company in Denver restaurant. And to me is I will never franchise because I don't believe in that because you lose, that family atmosphere.
Yeah.
You lose your truth.
Mm-hmm.
You lose the food.
Yeah.
I never want to be corporate. I never want
I
to.
understand.
I rather struggle with money than to
Sell out.
sell out. I'll never do it.
Love that.
That's good.
I'll never do it. And I was offered. Yeah, but I won't do it.
But
Well,
can
it shows
you?
like what's important. Like it shows the audience and like the listeners like what you feel is the most important thing, which is that you have your touch on what you're providing to your customers.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not so much the customers. Yes, that's important, my guests, but it's about my staff too. It's about the everyday. I mean, my mom, who, is, should be retired. She's still with me every day at Rascals. It's the point of the everyday with my staff that loves me more than anything. I mean, that shows up and does their job, and I think that's the biggest thing. Why go corporate when you can have just an unbelievable, staff and support? It's stupid to do it.
I like that. You're just trying to take over the world.
Yeah. In small steps.
Yeah. One step at a time.
Something like that.
So would you ever want to open up another concept? Or are you going to stick to this sort of tavern, upscaled?
I've
because
thought about
it gives you so much flexibility.
I've thought about it. I really have. And I don't know right now. I mean, everything changed with COVID.
Yeah.
So, you got to think, okay, let's get this right now.
Right.
What we're doing, let's focus on that. Because if you stray too far from what you know, you fail.
Yeah.
So, what can we focus on to do better for us?
Right.
So I can't really stray from anything what we're doing because COVID just knocked us down.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've talked about 50% capacity and this and that. I hope, the future will be better for us. Even though we're doing great, but we have to focus on our concept and what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
To be successful. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, I love your work. I love the talent. The staff is always amazing. Top-notch customer service. The diversity in the food. Italian night, Cuban night, street food night.
All right, so I have a
Taco
question
night.
about food.
Oh, love.
What, Chef Jess, is your favorite thing to cook?
You're not the
To
first
prepare.
person. Actually, I was asked that like 2 days ago.
It doesn't have to be on your menu. It can be anything.
You know what I love?
Let's hear it.
I love Italian. So I'm Italian. And Sicilian. I love making homemade pasta. That is my favorite thing. I love with my mom making that. It's great.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Borgione.
What is it?
Borgione.
Borgione. Borgione.
Borgione.
Borgione.
Borgione.
Hey, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hey, yeah. No, it's
Get out of here.
Italian is great. I love it.
No. I don't
That was good.
know.
That was really good. No, but I love it. It's great. It feels like home when I make that. It's great.
It is home because your
Beautiful.
mom's there.
Yeah.
Mom's there making it.
Ma's there.
Ma.
Ma.
Ma's
We
there
always say ma.
making the pasta.
Yeah,
Pasta.
Pasta. You know, she's yelling at me, cussing at me, and it's hysterical.
Mm.
Yeah.
And all the
Sounds like
employees
home.
are just like,
She's loud.
oh, she's loud. You
Yeah.
know her.
Yeah. I
She's-
heard her in the kitchen tonight.
Yeah, she's
She's
crazy.
yelling. Yeah.
Just psycho.
Yeah.
She's like, ma.
Powerful.
Oh God. I mean, she runs the world.
Is she like that? Like with guests, the guests like no, she's just like come through and
Oh,
didn't-
yeah.
She didn't
Oh,
have to
no.
talk.
what are we making tonight? Some
All,
spaghetti.
all the guests love her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally.
That's
I mean,
cool.
she is like, they love her
I
more
gotta
than
meet
me.
Ma.
She's like, oh, it's Ma. Everybody knows Ma,
Yeah.
Ma. You know, I mean, I'm second best to her. She's amazing. She is everything.
Hmm.
She's the heartbeat of Rascals. She really is.
I love that.
I do too.
She
Family.
really is.
Mhm.
Family. That comes first.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't even, when she's there, she doesn't even talk much.
No.
She just walks.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. It's like Carmela in The Sopranos. Like she doesn't have to talk at all, but when she walks in the room, you feel that presence, and you're like,
No, she's like that.
Yeah.
You know, and she is one of those people where, you know, what she does for her job, she runs the world. I mean, she is that cool. She's amazing. She's something special.
Mhm.
She just
Great.
does something.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions, Shannon?
No, that was good. That was a good one.
Beautiful. So everyone out there, go to Rascals Tavern in
Mhm.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Golden Gate Shopping Center,
Mm-hmm.
right
Get
off
yourself some of those- Get
Cornwallis.
yourself some of those fried green tomatoes
Yeah.
with the jelly.
Follow their Facebook, follow their Instagram. They post
not
all their
jelly.
chef
Did I say tomatoes or? Yeah.
tomatoes.
potatoes.
Fried green tomatoes.
Oh, so good.
They post all their chef specials all the time, so keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out Italian night, pasta night.
Big old
Cuban
biscuits
night.
brunch.
Yeah, a little brunch action.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
on.
being here.
Of course.
And thanks for Pro Cover Painters. Don't forget that 10% off. That number is 336-253-4711.
Sure is.
Love you guys.